I think I think I said I was going to talk about Aqua Force. So I'm gonna talk about Aqua Force. If I forgot, then too bad. This video is now about Aqua Force, okay? Whatever. So I'm probably gonna only make one video today or tonight because I got home late because I played a tournament today and things happened. If you want a description of what happened, then leave a comment, I guess. But it doesn't really matter because it was just a small local tournament. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the Blue Dragon, Transcord Dragon. I forgot his first subtitle, so I'm just going to call him Transcord Dragon or Break Ride of Aqua Force so that people can understand what I'm saying, okay? Transcore, Aqua Force, Break Ride. Same thing. Okay, first of all, I'll say this effect. It's 11,000, obviously, and I think it's plus 2,000 when it declares an attack to the Vanguard. I don't really kind of understand why they changed the effects because it's kind of obvious, but whatever. And as a break ride effect is when you break ride, Vanguard gets plus 10,000 as always, and your Vanguard gets the ability when this card declares an attack, your opponent can choose to discard a card. If they don't, then you get plus 1 critical, and when you attack, your opponent can't guard from their hand. So this means two things. One, when you attack, you're pretty much going to get one card from your opponent's hand discarded, which is fantastically awesome. Secondly, if they don't discard it, then they can't perfect guard it, and they're going to take a crit in the face. So it's an overall pretty decent break, right? Because you're guaranteed to at least kill them, or at least kill off one of their cards in their hand, which is fine. Because it's kind of like Voling Sword Dragon, where you just minus one card from your opponent's field. Overall, a decent card is just basically a plus 1 for you because you're minusing 1 them. Do you kind of get what I'm trying to say here? You minus 1 them, so you plus 1 because you minus them. I don't know if that's kind of obvious, but that's like math. I'm not saying you guys are stupid, but I'm just saying that's how I look at cards like that. Make sense? Okay, so that's pretty simple. Pros, you dump a card from their hand. Simple. Or you kill them. Because by the time you break ride, they should be dead if they can't discard a card. Because that means you just did 2, possibly 3 damage because you get a critical trigger. So it's a really good end gamer, especially with a card that's coming out in set 13. But I'm not going to talk about it until maybe later or when it comes out in English. But for the most part, I'm not really going to talk about it. So, but with another card, Last Card Revan, which I'll talk about later, it synergizes decently well, but for the most part, if you have a grade 3 of Aqua Force that you want to run, which I would be actually kind of surprised because they are new clans, technically speaking, and they don't really have much except for like Maelstrom and Glory Maelstrom. So, I mean, you can Glory Maelstrom Break Ride, and that's pretty neat because they're dealing with like a 40,000 attack that they can't guard with grade 1s and up, so Danger Town. But cons about this is that you don't directly plus. Like, this is kind of the issue I have with cards that just minus the opponent. You don't actually plus yourself, so you don't make up for the fact that you just wrote another grade 3. You just kind of just minus the opponent, and it doesn't help if your opponent's hand is like 20 cards. So against those kind of decks, it's a lot harder to defeat, but for the most part, it's generally just decent break ride just because you minus one opponent. It's still better than Ashley. Like, everything's better than Ashley. So, yeah. I just think it's pretty good. I mean, it's Aqua Force. I mean, it's like $25 right now, which is understandable because it's very powerful. And it will be more powerful when Tetra Drive Dragon comes out. What that is, I'm not going to say, but it's good. Look it up. Set 13, Aqua Force. Really good card. Combos well with Transcore. Yeah. But as of right now, Transcore Dragon is decent. He's not terrible, but because he misses out on the plus 1 like other break rides, you can't really replace your units well, and if you don't have the hand advantage, like 4 draw triggers to like 6, well, they don't even have 6 draw triggers, what am I saying? If you don't get the draw triggers time and you don't have the pluses, you're going to fall behind pretty quickly, because you have to waste a grade 3, and that makes you lose an attacker, so it's really temperamental. So, I'll see you guys later. Yeah.